When the king is weak, there is a danger that the country will disintegrate because the king is the one who united this country. A chariot fell last year.
And that is a sign, according to the king's guru, that the head of the state will fall. Dr. Bhattarai is predicting the end of Nepal if the king goes, and go he will. The first vote of the new Constituent Assembly will be on the abolition of the monarchy. Still regarded by some as an incarnation of a Hindu god, King Gyanendra has been reduced to a figurehead. The privileges are gone, the tax-free status has gone, and so too the army. Even the national anthem praising the king has gone.
It is said that when the idol of Bhimsen in Dholka started to sweat, the royal massacre happened in 2001.
Nepal has never recovered from the bloodiest royal massacre of modern times, when the Crown Prince Dipendra shot and killed 10 members of the royal family before killing himself. Many people believe it was the current king, Gyanendra, who masterminded the events.
And this one is of the late king and queen. I knew all the three of them. You know, obviously King Birendra and King Gyanendra are much more than King Mahendra. But what I have found is they really have the welfare of the people of Nepal topmost in their minds. You know, what is being said here about, King Gyanendra, for example, what I hear from even the foreign press is not acceptable.
What's not acceptable to many Nepalese was the king's attempt to impose himself as dictator in 2005. He sacked the government, abolished all freedoms, and hit his opponents with deadly force. He claimed it was to crush the decade-long Maoist revolt, in which more than 13,000 people were killed. Angry demonstrations prompted the formation of a pro-democracy coalition, which included Maoist rebel fighters for the first time. This led to peace talks that will be sealed by Thursday's elections. The Maoist participation in these polls was on the condition of the abolition of the king.
There is no question of remaining the monarchy in this country even after the election.
But many of the Hindu majority feel bullied by the ex-rebels into losing their sacred symbol. They believe the king's power is held up by the ancient blessing of the Kumari, a living Hindu goddess who is worshipped until she reaches puberty.
And this is where she lives. Over 240 years ago, one of her predecessors anointed the king and gave him the right to rule.
And this right to rule is what 49% of Nepalese want, according to a nationwide poll. Some of them so badly that these men and women say they're prepared to die for it.
If people vote the king out, then we will abide by the people's decision. But if this decision is made by one person, then we are going to have a religious war. This war is going to be fierce and dangerous.
A war that would see Nepal losing a great deal more than just its king. Jane Dutton, Al Jazeera, Kathmandu.